Even though I was very ill last night, I even had a 3-hour-long blackout and was very confused afterwards. I often feel better after that happens. I mean, like the next day. And fortunately, when these figures arrived, I had this energy to do them all. There's been a lot of people saying that Marty McFly is really hard to pose and get to look right, but I don't think I had any trouble with him. He was actually really easy to pose, and I think he captures Marty McFly really well. I even have the scene behind him that this is related to, where he was taking his camera to film Doc Brown's experiment. I've managed to incorporate everything. There's his skateboard, which helps him into that pose from the poster where he's got one foot in the DeLorean. And of course I'm getting the DeLorean sometime next year if I'm still around when it comes. His backpack, his Walkman's in his pocket, his digital watch. He's very 80s, of course. He's even got his Walkman around his neck, and you can see the wire, the headphones, and the camera. And even on his head are the sunglasses. You can see the Twin Pine Mall sign, a bit of it behind him. And there's Doc Brown's van with the DeLorean inside. It hasn't been opened up yet. I can shift the lights from a daytime to evening to nighttime version, but I like this sort of twilight version best. And I actually managed to get all 4 figures in this 12 by 12 by 15 inch case. I'm going to have to reposition a little bit. It's really hard to get 4 figures all posed just right, and all looking just the right way, and all trying to match the movie poster, and all lit up with 4 different lights at just the right angle, and with the backdrop and everything, in a tight little space. Surprisingly, I was able to get my whole arm in there, in between the figures, to work on stuff. I've always had thin arms, and since I haven't eaten normal solid food in a year and a half, I lost weight, so it's made it easier for me to squeeze in there. But yeah, I really would like to have done more with the lighting, but it works out pretty good. He's got this weird shadow on the side of his head, which Starlord does, which I think is actually from his gun there. I tried and tried and tried. It doesn't look as bad in person as it does on here. And there's no light directly really on Groot, but I kind of like that he's sort of in shadow there. One thing I always try and do is hide the ball sockets and joints and stuff as much as possible on these figures. And I think I did a pretty good job of that. Of course, I really like that Gamora has the rubber covered arms so that she doesn't have any joints showing. And you can even see the nebula backdrop, which I tried to match to the poster. And I'm going to go ahead and do another quick video of the Noisy Boy from Real Steel, because I've now added a backdrop, if you can see, which is actually from, I think it's the arena at the end of the film. It's the very high-tech arena with people in the seats and blue lights and stuff. Very sort of futuristic arena. Not like the gritty arenas that you see in other parts of the film. The mirror on one side nicely allows you to see the back sides of the figure, and just makes everything look bigger and better, and makes the backdrop sort of doubled. But yeah, he looks much better with his backdrop now.